So when anyone treats you any average of the magic and blessing you are in your life, just disappear. Okay, just feel free to disappear from my life if you treat me otherwise of any of these thoughts and beliefs that I have about myself. Okay, just feel free to disappear, and otherwise I will disappear. I will leave you behind. That's it. And yes, here the core wound is about identifying that you don't want real love, because real love doesn't comes with earning, doesn't comes with chasing validation. It comes when you start choosing yourself, when instead of waiting for someone to choose you or pick you up, okay, you realize that you are never meant to be picked up. You are supposed to be felt, you are supposed to be seen. Let yourself be perceived as you are. Let yourself be seen on this planet, on this earth, as you are, genuinely, from your soul. Okay, because that is who you are. You are scared that when the real you comes out, the genuine you, others may not like it anymore. Others may not see you or be want want to be around you anymore. That's what you're scared of. You are scared of losing this validation. You're scared of losing these people that were defining you, your worth, because you have let them. So let yourself be angry at you. Let yourself be messy and let yourself have that heartbreak and deal with that energy of, all this time that you thought that you want to be loved, but you just want to be chosen and picked up by someone. You just wanted to be feeling wanted. Yeah, that's what you wanted. But you can give that, all of that to yourself. You don't have to take it from the outside. Because the things that you are getting from outside, even if you, let's say for an example, that you get after chasing an emotionally unavailable person for a long period of time by performing for them, by taking care of their needs, showing up in their life with consistency, showing up as you are, right? You think that being kind, very caring, very loyal, very loving, genuine, and mothering type to them, to that one person, will fix them and heal them, okay? That will save them. But that means this person loves you for what you can provide for them. They love your energy. They don't love you for who you truly are, because when you start being who you truly are, you're afraid they may not like you anymore. They may not respect you anymore. They may not, you know, see you anymore. They may not talk to you or hear you speaking or listen to you, right? That's what you want. You want to be heard. You want to feel seen. You want to feel heard. And that wanting to be, wanting to be seen, wanting to feel heard, wanting to be understood. You just wanted to be understood. I understand. At this point, you just wanted to be, you have to realize that you are trying to be understood by chasing after wrong people, by proving your worth to them. Because to the right person. You never have to feel like you are having to run after them, or do certain things, do their work for them maybe, or follow their instructions, or do certain things to please them, so that they can finally recognize you for what you are doing, right? That's the belief, the core wound that is attached here. So the first step to healing yourself here is really taking this time, letting yourself be who you are freely, letting yourself just exist and just be who you are, and let people perceive that. Let people perceive you as the ordinary, okay? Let people see that ordinary parts, those worst days in you, those because you're not always at your best, right? And you want people to see you always at your best. Now I do understand that, but why are you trying to hide yourself when you are in pain, and when you need a help, you need a helping hand? That is not going to make you look strong. That is only going to make you suffer alone even more. When you need some help, when you need some, not maybe not comforting, but when you need someone just to be there for you, what you really need at this point is someone to just be there for you and hug you, you know just embrace you in their arms, not engulf you, not engulf your energy, or by you providing something to them valuable, so that they can give you back that love, that attention, that care. My love, you have attached your worth, you have attached your identity and who you are to very wrong external things, like people, their validations. Loving yourself and choosing yourself is not a reward system. Love is not a reward system. It is not a reward. And again, this beliefs comes from that love is having to chase, show your worth, do certain things for them to, for example, like when you were a kid, you were always told to show up as the best kid, okay? Show up as the good girl or the good boy, and always score like top, like 100 out of 100, or maybe just not 100 out of 100, but you just always have to be above 90%, above 80%, above this and that range. Because when you are bringing, so your parents, what they have done is they have loved you for what you can give to them, what you can provide for them. They love that energy that you bring in the room, okay? They haven't loved you for who you truly are, because you being you, that was never enough for them to say that they are just proud to be your parents. Now I won't go down to those parts like that deep, but anyways, yeah. Because when someone genuinely loves you, their biggest fear would be to harm you, to hurt you, to make you feel like you are not enough, to make you feel like you have to do something, you have to be a certain daughter, a certain guy, a certain this or that person, a certain personality, a certain way, or act how they would like. So they have loved you for what you could be and what you could give to them, but you just being you and who you are truly was never good and never enough for them. So I'm just having some deep realizations. Oh my god. The thing that I can just laugh about it and talk like this to you is because I have healed myself from all those traumas. I'm no longer looking for earning my love and respect from the wrong people, and even from anyone, not just wrong people. You don't, love is not a reward system, as I told you. Like, your parents have made you feel like when you don't meet their needs, they have punished you, right? When you couldn't give to them, or maybe not every time you couldn't deliver to them that energy, that, you know, bringing very good grades, very good, or being a silent, quiet daughter and tolerating every bad behavior they are giving to you, right? And not speaking up your mind, not speaking up your voice, and internalizing the chaos inside you, the trauma inside you. So they have made you feel like if you don't do all these things, you will be punished. That's not good. Now you're evil, now you're bad. They have made you feel like this. So they haven't loved you for your emotional needs, to meet your, they haven't loved to meet your emotional needs, but made it feel like love is a performance, and if you can't perform, you get punished, right? If you can't do well, you are punished. You don't deserve love. You don't deserve any respect. So I will treat you like trash, like however I want. And that's why now, as you grow up as an adult, you get treated like a trash. You even tolerate physical abuse, or even sometimes maybe sexual abuse, and confuse sex for love. You confuse hurt and abuse for love. You confuse attachment for connections, attachment for love, sorry. You confuse attachment for love instead of seeing real connection as love. So let yourself be angry on you for tying your worth to all these people outside of you, and you just realize you were always worthy. You always were, but you were told a different story as you grew up. You just were made to feel like you need to play small, you need to do these things that make you feel like you are, not good as you are, you are not enough as you are, but you have to do this, then you are enough, then you are good. So forgive yourself for believing in all these thoughts that the society has taught you. It's not your fault. You are no longer the person that you used to be, okay, when you were a kid. So please, you can forgive yourself for whatever has happened. It's not your fault. It's you are not responsible for the trauma, okay? You are not responsible for this. But now it is your responsibility to heal yourself, to forgive yourself, to start choosing yourself and accepting and loving yourself just the way you are. Start saying to yourself, like, showing up every single day for yourself, right? Not for the audience. Okay, the one best thing to do this thing would be ask yourself this question: who are you when no one is watching you, when you're not performing for anyone? Who are you? Who would you like to be? Which character would you like to be in your life if there was no one to clap for you, there was no one to watch you, there was no one to take care of you, there was no one to take responsibility for you, there was no audience that you could ask for or chase after to feel worthy? Who are you? Who, who is this person that you are? If you didn't have anything outside of you today on this planet, who would you be then? Like, you can be anything. Just be genuine and you can be just anything you want, because anyways people are always going to judge, no matter how good you are or bad you are. Maybe you talk back to people, maybe you say rude words to them, maybe you give. I'm not promoting that you should use abusive words to other people, but maybe you use abusive words, so maybe you that bad girl or whatever, or maybe you are the good girl who keeps quiet and internalizes the chaos inside you to keep the peace of others. So whatever you are, you're still going to be judged. You're still not going to be enough, because these people, they are not seeing you for who you are. They are seeing you for what you can do for them, what you can give to them, so that when they finally choose you, you will see that you will never, even if they choose you after you doing all of these things, oh my god, you're never going to feel satisfied, okay? You're never going to feel like that's enough. You will keep feeling you need to do more, you need to perform, put in more efforts, put in more of your energy, put in more of your time into them, just to, feel nothing at the end. Because I realized this, okay? I thought that having friends, having someone to see me, to care about me, or not see me, care about me, I mean, like, having someone to just love me would be love me for, like, whatever I am giving to them, because I know I give a lot of advices, a lot of knowledge and wisdom. So I felt like when I'm speaking up those knowledge, those advices and wisdom, because I'm giving to them, so they will give back to me. Like, they must see me then. They must love me then. They must see my value, my worth. Right? But that was such a wrong belief, because love is not a reward system, love is not a performance stage. Love is who you are, truly, at your core. When there is no stage to perform, when there is no audience to look at you, to look after you, to comfort you, to keep you small in your comfort zone, sorry. Because these people were benefiting from you not seeing your worth. These people were benefiting from you not realizing who the hell you are. Healing is not about becoming someone new, okay? Healing is about remembering who the hell you were before this world even told you, for Nietzsche. Before this world even told you to play small, to dim down your light, right? To not speak up for yourself or stand up for yourself when you're getting disrespected, thus dimming your light. That's how you dim your light, right? So, who were you before all of these things were put in your head by the manipulators, by the toxic environments that you have put yourself in? And now it's not your fault if it's your own family members, if it's your friends, you can always choose, you can always pick who you want to pick. But if it's your own family members, you don't have a choice there. But how you are being treated as a kid in your childhood, that's why deeply affects you as an adult. It deeply influences you as an adult. This is again said by Carl Jung in the Adult Psychology. So you can read it, search on Google what is adult kids and adult theory, like psychology is just psychology. So just search this on Google and you will get a lot of insights on this topic as well. You will learn and be able to heal yourself from this mentality of trying to, you shouldn't tolerate people's bad behavior, BS, them just saying or doing things that are not respectful, that are lacking social skills, that are lacking communication skills, that are not consistent, that are not, what you can say, that are acting up out of ego. You are allowed to raise your voice on all of these things. You are allowed to fight for your own justice, but sometimes you just have to, you will fight once, yeah, you will speak up once, stand up once in front of these people and just say that whatever you said is not who I am, because what you have said to me is who you are. That's a reflection on your part, not who I am. So it has nothing to do with me but everything to do with you. Good. Now just what you do next is going to define if you really know your worth or you don't, if you really remember who you are, or if you have forgotten your power by staying in the crowd and lost yourself. Okay, so if you still find yourself going back to these people again, forgiving them, yeah, forgiving doesn't need reconnection to the toxicity. Just because you're thirsty doesn't mean you will drink poison, right? So if you feel the need to reconnect with these people again, just to see maybe if they have changed after you saying them you shouldn't do this, you are that, you are this, okay? The belief that is attached is, if I tell them who I am, if I tell my truth, if I show them who I am, they will learn to see themselves in that truth as well. They will heal themselves, change, and start showing up as I expect them, right? One harsh truth is they are not going to show up that way that you are expecting from them. People are never going to live up to your expectations. They are always going to disappoint you. And people who are very comfortable in always letting you down, putting you down in front of other people, people who are very comfortable in showing up in your life according to their own convenience and needs, when they need you, you have to be there for them. But when it comes to you, they're gone. That's not love, my love. That's attachment. That's you tying your worth and value to what you can do for them. So then you are valuable, then you are precious, because they are afraid of losing that supply from you, that access to your energy, to your emotions. Okay, they're afraid of losing all that. They're not afraid of hurting you though, because they're very comfortable in letting you down, disappointing you, not meeting your needs, not meeting your emotional needs, your desires, your wants, not respecting you, what who you are, not respecting who you are, not respecting your work, not respecting anything, any aspect. So if you are surrounding yourself around these people, reconnecting with them again, please stop doing that. Love is not a punishment. You are punishing yourself, you are abusing yourself more than any other person on this planet right now by staying in the same abusive and toxic cycles that are hurting you. Okay, that are hurting you, but the thing is, you are hurting yourself more than anyone else ever will in your life. By you are hurting yourself more by staying there, by still staying that and tolerating that BS. Because by now, if you really are a person who knew their worth, you would just step away, walk away from that drama, from that unnecessary bullshit. Because who wants to fight with them? Who wants to argue with these people and try to prove yourself ki you need to meet my needs, you must love me for who I am, not for what I am doing for you, you must recognize me, you must see me, you must choose me. Why, bro? They're not obliged to choose you, to love you. Why is that belief attached here? So start realizing your worth. Stop reconnecting with people who have hurt you. Okay? Because people who have betrayed you once will do it again. Mark my words. You cannot trust them again. You cannot. They're going to continue that pattern. That is a pattern for them. That's their habit. That's in their nature to be like this. You cannot change anyone. Change doesn't happen overnight, okay? Just by one single thought, by just one single thing that you have spoken to them. That's not how people change. Unless they are determined themselves, unless they have faced very, very bad situations where they have to go through exactly what they are making you go through, feel like, treating like trash, okay? Unless they are themselves in that trashy position, they wouldn't realize how it feels to feel how they made you feel. Okay, so if you're looking for revenge, please move on. You're not doing that as well. A person who really knows their worth and for whom their intentions are more important than their efforts or what you can do to them or provide for them, a person like that is hard to come by. And if you find one, just know it's the real one. Yeah, and don't self-sabotage it. Don't self-sabotage that connection when real and healthy love will be very peaceful. Okay, real and healthy love wouldn't create this highs and lows ki one day they are seeing you, one day they are like putting you on a pedestal, giving you so many flowers, so many gifts, saying you so many compliments, maybe so many praises or validation they are giving to you, showering all over you, and the next day they're dropping you like you never even existed. They don't even care about you. The highs and lows in the graph, this is not love. Okay, this is hot and cold behavior. This is hot and cold behavior. The giving too much one day and then taking away the next day, that is love bombarding. Like love bombing, not bombarding, sorry. That is love bombing. So giving you just enough, like maybe listening to some of your needs that you said once, you feel disrespected, don't talk to me like that, or don't say all those stupid jokes to me, okay? They meet sometimes, but still they're giving gali, maybe they're still using abusive words towards you or maybe others. So again, here they are just giving you enough to keep you around, and that is called breadcrumbing. When you give a person just enough to keep them hanging on a cliffhanger, so they keep hoping, expecting someday you are going to change. So this is how unstable they are, emotionally unstable person. That is you. You are hoping that one day this this person, who is a wall, by the way, why I'm showing them as a wall, because that's what you're doing. You're throwing all your energy or your efforts into this wall, and it's never coming back. You're talking to a wall. That's basically what I mean to show you. Okay? Now you understand what I'm saying. So don't waste your time. Your time, your youth, your skin, too pretty, too young to be stressed out. You are too blessed to be stressed like this over nonsense shits, okay? You are too pretty to deal with people who are stressing you out. I don't know about what levels I am in my life, but I'm definitely not on the level to stress myself out because of some nasty people who don't know their own worth, and that's why they make me question my worth. Who don't know how to respect or treat themselves right, and that's why they can't treat or respect you right either. Okay, I just realize who they are, and I'm like, just thank you for showing me and revealing me your character and what you are. Now I am gone. I vanish. Bye bye. Because I know my worth. That's why I walk away in peace. That's why I can walk away in peace. If I didn't know my worth, I would still chase after them and try to, reconnect with that toxicity just to feel some kind of, I don't know what, like feeling wanted, maybe wanted back after giving, after telling them ki these are your needs, these are your expectations, you must meet them. That after doing that, then they are doing maybe some of the things they are not. So that's again breadcrumbing, just giving you enough to make sure you are still around them, you are still in their energetic field, so they can suck on your energy like a parasite, like an energy vampire, like a narcissist or an energy vampire, right? They are here for your energy, baby. Please protect your energy and peace. They are not here because they love you, because love was never a reward system. As I told you, if they were loving what you can do for them, that means they're gaining some kind of reward, right, for themselves. Whatever you are giving them, that's making them happy. Again, they are taking something from you, and that's your energy. It's only your energy and time that has made this person so special, so on a pedestal you have put them on, which they are not even in real life. So trust me, they are just as ordinary, average person that you have made them so savage, but they are not that savage. Love makes you blinded by emotions sometimes, but true love, it doesn't. That's why it's said love, because what you have been conditioned since your childhood is love is blind, trust is blind. When you love someone, you trust them 100%. Yeah, and then you kill yourself 100%, right? डुबा दो अपने आप को प्यार में, जाओ ना, डुबा दो. डुबा क्यों नहीं देते फिर? Okay, anyways, my accent in Hindi just came out. Anyways, well, so what I was talking about is love is just natural. It is unconditional. It is not based on what you are doing, providing, or offering to them, okay? It's not that supply to your energy, to your efforts, to your time. It's not that. Real love is how someone responds to you after you voice out your pain, your wounds, when they see your wounds, when you let them see who you are truly, and that's when they see your wounds as well. But still, how they respond to it, and if they choose to stay even after seeing the worst parts in you, even after seeing the worst days of your life, that's the real one. That's where you know. Because real love will provide a safe space for you where you can learn to heal and grow yourself, heal from your wounds, whilst that person doesn't try to do anything to, level you up, or try to heal or fix you, or try to save you, or provide anything to you so that you heal yourself, or so that you start choosing and loving yourself. No, they will not do any of these things, because they know that you must do it. Them doing it from outside is not going to make you change internally, right? That's not even healthy either. Like, not healthy, I mean, like, this real love, a partner who knows emotional intelligence, who embodies their truth and who lives in their truth and embodies that emotional intelligence, would be able to still love you, accept you, and care about you, even when you haven't changed yet, but just as you are truly at this moment. Okay, they will be able to love, take care of you, and just give you that hug, that safe space for you to heal and grow in life. They will watch you grow, they will watch you heal, and they will also love you, be there for you while you do that for yourself. Okay, so yeah, they will be able to accept and love you as who you are truly right now, while you still work on becoming the person that you want to become, so that your kids don't have to suffer this kind of suffering that you had to go through, and mistaking control for love and mistaking silence for peace. Because when a man leads with ego and a woman leads with wounds, they mistake control for love, like controlling the woman, slapping them, abusing them, torturing them badly, is going to make her, that is love. Okay, for them, they mistake ego for love, and when a woman leads with wounds which she hasn't healed herself from, she starts thinking that keeping quiet and keeping the silence in the home is peace. But she has lost all her peace, all her value, all her worth, who she was, who she is truly. She has lost all that self identity by listening to this torturing and abusive man who thinks that controlling people would make them change your perceptions about them, who thinks that controlling people is going to, give you the love. But love is not control, it's letting go. Love is knowing that I can do nothing for you, but I can just be there for you, if not physically, but maybe mentally, just be present to you and not absent to you when you need me the most. That's true love, that's genuine love. So first step to all this is when you start grieving your old identity. You thought that performing and earning and is a love, and love is like a reward system. So whenever you can do something for someone, or talk, or like provide something to them, then you can be seen, you can be heard, and you can be talked to or listened to. Then you are valuable, otherwise you are not. So forgive yourself, grieve that part of you that believed all this is love, because this is not love. This is like trauma bond. This is like trauma. This is not love. This is like attachment. When you keep chasing after these same people that make you feel like you are miserable and you are not worthy as you are. So okay, on that note, I will end this video now. It has been too long, and I think I have spoken about a lot of things. Yeah, so bye bye. See you guys in my next video. Love you and take care. Bye bye, my lovies. And last note, I will end this video. That is, when you start choosing yourself, the world will adjust itself to follow. The world will follow you. You don't follow the world. You don't follow the crowd to fit in. The world adjusts itself to respect and meet your needs, to respect your boundaries, to respect who you truly are and what you are giving to this world. When you start recognizing your worth, that's when people from outside also will start recognizing your worth, without you even talking or speaking or even doing anything. Okay, just your energy will make them feel some sort of way. When they try to approach you, they won't be able to approach you with any of that disrespect, any of that, insult or bad jokes or toxic behaviors. They wouldn't be able to do that, because they know you know your worth and you wouldn't tolerate them anymore, because you have created these healthy boundaries for yourself. So you are not going to see them again. You're not going to chase them back. You're not going to come back. Once you're gone, you're gone, because you are a once in a lifetime opportunity, not a thing that happens twice, right? Yeah, you become a magnet to opportunities, business opportunities, love opportunities, any opportunities. Okay, any blessings. You become a magnet to any of these good blessings and opportunities in your life start showing up when you start following your own intuition instead of following the crowd. You start listening to your own voice, what it is telling you, what you need to do, who you need to be truly in this lifetime. And when you start following and living up to that, and stop feeling guilty about choosing yourself, that guilty complex of choosing you over these other people in your life is not helping you. It's not, okay? It doesn't exist. It's an illusion. That guilty is an illusion, because you choosing yourself should make other people feel like, what's wrong? What's wrong with choosing yourself? That's a necessity. That's a priority. Obviously, of course, you have to choose yourself. You have to prioritize yourself. Are you telling me that you are going to come here and save my life at the end if I don't make it? Are you going to make that money? Are you going to get me the job? Are you going to, give me the life that